Rise and shine, guys. It is morning time and I don't know how I have so much energy, but I'm so excited. It's opening, well, second day of opening elk here in Idaho, and I am so excited to see what today has in store. I don't know what to expect or how today's gonna go, but I figured I'd hop on here real quick before I head out the door, since it is getting about that time when I need to get on the road and get to my spot. Since I'm here, it's about 4:30-ish. So I had to hop on here really fast and just let you guys know I plan on this morning kind of just walking around, hiking, seeing what I can see here, that type of thing, and then probably come back this afternoon, take a little lunch break, and then head back up to the stand. Probably end up sitting in the stand for the remainder of the day, probably 8-9 hours plus, which is a very long sit in a stand. But the bulls that have been coming in the spot have been very sporadic, and I'm not really sure how they're going to respond. Today's supposed to be 102 degrees, which is absolutely absurd right now, and I'm gonna die and sweat through everything. So wish me luck, but hopefully something gets done on the ground today and I can let you guys know. But stay tuned, and I'm gonna go chug more. Good night. Talk to you guys later. Alright, I just got my car right now. We are just getting ready to head out. It's 4:41 right now in the morning. I was up at 4. I think I have everything I need, so hopefully. So let's see what today entails, and hopefully we can get an elk on the ground for you guys. So keep watching and let's see what happens. Alright, I'm just taking a break right now. I've been hiking since about 5 this morning, 5:30. And nothing yet, but there's been lots of sign of elk, so that's always a good thing. So I'm just kind of rehydrating right now. It's really hot already. It's supposed to be 101 today. I'm getting my Mountain Ops electrolytes in. I'm heading back up to the mountain right now. Just left the house. I'm going in. It's 10:17 right now. Yeah, I'm going in pretty early, but the elk have been kind of showing up very. Thanks, Mountain Ops, for supplying me my energy drinks. I am very tired right now, and I'm hoping if I chug all this by the time I get there, I'll be wired. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated. Alright guys, well here he is. A little butterball 5x4. Can't complain for my first elk ever. And perfect shot. He opened up his shoulders for me broadside. 20 yards. I cannot believe it right now. Like, literally insane to me that I just got an elk. And the funny part is, it's on my daughter's birthday too, so. So crazy. I'm proud of you.
Hey, what is this?
What is that?
Elk.
Did we get an elk on your birthday? Is this your birthday present? You got some elk? I know.
Bee.
Where?
Bee.
Well, hi guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's nothing special. I'm just trying to get in the hang of YouTube and what to put out there content-wise, but I wanted at the very end of this video to come and do a little sit down and chat and talk with you guys about my hunt and what happened and the whole experience. It was a whirlwind of emotions that day. I am so very thankful and so very blessed that I was able to harvest such a beautiful creature and to put all that meat on the table for my family. And I'm very excited to show some recipes and all the goodies with you guys. But that day was insane. So first off, we'll go ahead and I'll just kind of start from the very beginning. Obviously, I was up quite early that morning, about 3 o'clock. I had my alarm set and I needed to get up to my spot mountain around 5:30, get dressed, get prepared for that kind of hike in the morning, since I was just planning on hiking around that morning and then going from hiking that day, taking a little lunch break, and then sitting back in the tree stand all the rest of the day. So 8, 9 hours, 10 hours plus was my plan, since the bulls were so sporadic. But to start off with, my husband's gonna love me for this one, but this is okay. I'm being brutally honest here, because that's what being a hunter is about, and being honest is a good thing. I want to be real with you guys. So I have been to this property before. I've hiked it many times. It's been a few years since I've been in the mountains in that area for a while, so I wasn't too familiar with that land like I should have been, and I may have gotten lost finding the tree stand. I don't know why or don't know how, but I did. My husband says I'm terrible with directions, which I am, and that's okay. I'm going to get better with that. It's definitely a learning curve, learning experience. I found the stand eventually, and I got really defeated. I was really hard on myself. That shouldn't have happened. Should not have happened, period. And yeah, I was frustrated and I wanted to give up. I really did. I was like, I should not be up here if I am getting lost like that to find a tree stand. I should not be hunting. So that was a part of me that really hit home emotionally, and I was so frustrated with myself, so beyond frustrated. Like I said, it is a big learning curve for me, that I need to be more aware of my surroundings, and yeah. So besides that note, that was part of that day, getting into this tree stand. That was hard on me. That was really hard. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm very emotional just talking about it, but it is a part of something that did happen that day that I am going to be honest with, and I'm not proud of by any means at all that happened. But throughout that hunt, the rest of the afternoon, because I got in the stand around 11:30, 12-ish, later than I planned to because of that situation. So yeah, but the rest of that hunt, saw lots of deer, squirrel sign, of course. So squirrels are so dang freaking loud. So they caught me off guard a few times. I was like, oh my gosh, there's gonna be deer coming in. But no, they were squirrels. So that was a great part. But other than that, just a lot of deer signs, and watched some fawns for a couple hours, some does. But no really sign of elk or hearing any elk that afternoon, so I was really discouraged already from the morning just getting to the stand. So that was that. But a couple hours passed. It was around 2 o'clock. I could hear some loud noise way up the hill from me, and I'm sitting at a tree stand next to a wallow, right? And I knew I was like, oh, that sounds way louder than a deer. Something's definitely coming. So for that next like 45 minutes, probably, I want to say 45 to 50 minutes, almost an hour, I literally sat in that stand not moving a hair. I was like so determined in my mind that I wanted something to come in, and I couldn't make a peep, couldn't make a sound, couldn't move, couldn't drink water. And mind you, it's 102 degrees that day, and I was dripping off my hat, off my face, off every inch of my body, just sitting there not moving. It was so hot. And this bull elk came in. I could see its feet coming down probably 70 yards in front of me in some thick bushes. I saw the little feet poking through the bushes, but I didn't see any antlers, no head, nothing, no body. And he starts walking in, and I'm like, Ashley, in my mind, I'm like, Ashley, you cannot look at the antlers. Do not look at the antlers. Don't look at the antlers. Don't look at the antlers. Don't look at the antlers. I repeated that in my head until the moment I shot my bow. So a lot of the moments was very fast and blurry in my memories. I can tell you exactly what happened up to my shot, but it just happened so fast. It's so weird. But he came straight down, and he like literally like stopped and caught me. I thought I moved, and I'm like, how did he catch me? I'm not even moving. I haven't even breathed almost. My heart was racing. And there was deer coming in behind me, so he caught the deer, which caught me off guard. I was like, no, he cannot get spooked. So I was like freaking out mentally inside, and he went down to take a drink out of the water, and then he ended up turning broadside, and that's when I was like, okay, Ashley, don't look at the antlers. Still never once looked at the antlers. I had no idea how many points this elk had. All I knew is that it was branched, and my husband would kill me if I didn't shoot elk. So I was excited just because I was honestly hoping for a spike, because I know how hard elk hunting is. So I'm so blessed and thankful that how everything played out and went with all the emotions in that morning. So but he ended up turning broadside. We'll get back to the story. He ended up turning broadside, and that's when he grabbed my bow. Obviously I had my bow in my hand before he even came down the hill, because I knew it was big coming in. So I was already ready. Arrow knocked, release in, I was set, I was ready, and he turned broadside like I said, and that's when he took a drink, and I ended up drawing back as he took a drink, and I anchored and waited. He ended up he like stopped and then looked over at the deer that were coming behind me, and I was like, no. I was like, don't move, Ashley, don't move. It's like, don't look at the antlers, don't look at the antlers, don't look at the antlers. So I never once lost focus on where I was aiming. And he ended up taking another drink. He opened his shoulder perfectly, and that's when I anchored, and I was like, breathe, and then I shot. That arrow went right through him and sunk on the other side of the hill. And I shoot 55-pound bow, Bowtech SR 350. I shoot the Victory RIP TKOs with the gold tip, stainless steel 70 grains, with the Grim Reaper Micro Haiti broadheads, and it went right through it, like passed through an elk at 55 pounds. That was so cool to see. My heart was like freaking out, racing, and the crazy part is he literally only ran 5 yards up from the wallow and fell over right there. 5 yards. That is insane. I was losing my mind with emotions. Just tears came to me, which I never thought would happen, but you can see in the video I had lots of emotions, and it was something that I will never forget, especially it happening on my daughter's 2nd birthday. So that was so cool to bring her along and witness packing out an elk as a family and friends. It was crazy cool, but I figured I'd come on here and tell you guys all about that day and open up to you about the negatives and positives of my day, which is crazy, but we all learn, and I definitely learned a lot that day about things that I need to improve as a hunter, and someone who's passionate about the outdoors. So it is an eye-opener, and I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for the elk, and excited to see the meals that it provides for my family. And I really appreciate you guys coming here and just kind of watching my YouTube video, seeing a little bit of me and myself, and just being honest with you guys about my hunting experiences and those kinds of things. So thanks again for coming back and watching my channel, checking me out. Follow me on Instagram, ashvanessa1. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of cool things here coming up pretty soon. I'm going to be recording some videos for my husband this year too. But thanks, guys.